Hello, 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 my kings and queens. How are you? Welcome back to another reading of mine. I really appreciate your support. And to anybody who is new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all is well with you and yours. All right, so we're going to pick up where we left off on the Zodiac series. I think it was last week when I recorded a video talking about the compatibility between the fixed signs and how I see the fixed signs in a romantic relationship together. If you did not catch that video, I suggest you check it out, especially if you are a fixed sign or dealing with one. All right, so tonight we're going to focus on the mutable signs, which is Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini. And we're going to see how they pair in romantic relationships. And this is just my opinion. You can agree or disagree. That's totally fine. This is just the way I see it. So let's jump right on into it. So when it comes to these four mutable signs, the way I see this going is really two ways. They can date each other, like all four of them can date each other, or the opposite signs can date each other. See, I see with the mutable signs is different than the fixed signs. I see the mutable signs going both ways. And the reason why is because they are very adaptable, meaning they very good with change, unlike the fixed signs who can be a little stubborn. So, for instance, let's take Pisces and Sagittarius in a relationship. The reason why this relationship can be really, really amazing between these two, if they were to get together, is because they both had the connection with Jupiter. So this is a very spiritual, religious pair. So that spiritual, religious world where God is going to matter to them the most, they can have real deep conversations about God, religious and spirituality. They can even be into tarot readings, or just talking about how important it is to go to church and praise the Lord. They can be really, really huge on that. And these signs are both huge on being, huge on optimistic. More Sag than Pisces. Sag can offer Pisces a little bit more optimistic and help Pisces tap into their own optimistic that they can have also, but they're not aware of it because they're so idealistic most of the time. And Pisces can help Sag dream bigger, and focus on your dreams and turn them into reality and believe in yourself. So Pisces can help Sag be a little bit more confident in their dreams. And these two are not the type of pair that will like to be in the house as much. They're going to be an adventurous pair when they're always on the go. They're always trying something new and they're always doing something fun. So Pisces is a water sign, of course. Sag is a fire sign, of course. That is the difference where these two could clash if they're not careful. So how to avoid that is to compromise with each other in a relationship and to give into each other's needs every now and then. So Pisces is going to have to learn how to be a little bit open-minded and a little bit more expressive when it comes to what they want and what they need out of the Sagittarius, but not come across as controlling. like they're telling a Sag what to do and telling them how to do it, because Sag don't really respond well to that. And Sagittarius is going to have to learn how to value Pisces' feelings whenever Pisces does give the courage to express what they are feeling at that time. Sagittarius is going to have to be patient with the Pisces, because the Pisces is going to move on its own pace. At its own pace, just like Sag like to move at its own pace. So Pisces is going to probably take a little longer to open up and be vulnerable, and Sag is going to have to respect that and be patient, and also be empathetic to Pisces' needs when expressing them. Other than that, this can be a wonderful pair. I see this, being an amazing pair between these two signs who share the planet Jupiter. All right, Virgo and Gemini is also a good pair, because Virgo and Gemini also share the same planet ruler, Mercury. So these two can be really good together, because they get each other on the intellectual level, meaning that they are going to run everything through the mind instead of the heart, and they're going to trust facts over intuition, you know. And these are both highly intelligent signs, and they're going to respect that about each other, and they can get a lot done with each other, because they both are very intellectual. They both like to have meaningful conversations, and Gemini is a little bit more of the master of the conversationalist and very good with speech. But Virgo is too. Virgo is just a little bit guarded at times. You're going to have to bring that out of the Virgo, because the Virgo deal with trust issues. And, Gemini deals with up and down, like inside turbulence a little bit with, it's fighting themselves. It got two different it deals with two different sides of themselves, like personality-wise, and they can clash with that at times. So Virgo is just going to have to understand that it's just something that a Gemini comes with, and if you're going to be with them, you're going to have to respect that. So if not careful, that can cause this relationship to grow apart, where the Virgo is just too scared to open up, and the Virgo is looking for perfectionists a little bit, way too much, and the Gemini can be a little bit up and down, at times, and Virgo just don't know how to understand that kind of, how to handle that or support it. And Geminis also can be a little bit chatty, where they could gossip a little bit without knowing, and that could be a problem for Virgo, because Virgo is private, so they have to watch out for that. Other than that, these two will be very into, doing work together, whether that's schoolwork or any kind of projects, or anything that has to do with the social realm, or the society, or anything that has to do with like scientists, health, because Virgo is big on that. Just anything that, that would get the mind going, and they can share ideas and thoughts with each other because they both could be thinking the same thing and wanting the same thing, and they'll have fun doing this stuff together. And they'll have really great conversations. I mean, they can sit and talk for hours, about things. And Gemini just have this bubbly personality where they'll just make the Virgo laugh a lot, because Virgos, sometimes can be a little too serious, and they can need a laugh every now and then. That would be good for them. And, Gemini can get the Virgo out that house sometimes and, put down the work and let's go out and have some drinks with some friends. Let's go to a club. Let's have fun. And Virgo can teach Gemini how to be a little bit more grounded and to focus on, their work and their business. And so work can get done and be complete, because Gemini sometimes could, be all over the place with their thoughts, and can get very energetic and want to move to one thing to another. And Virgo can help stabilize that Gemini, and that Gemini really appreciate that. And because they both balance out each other, they can grow together, and this would be a healthy relationship. So as you can see, it can work that way, where they, share planets, like Virgo and Gemini share Mercury, Pisces, Sag share Jupiter. So there is some similar traits here that will bring these two together. And then you have some different traits that will intrigue these signs and draw them to each other, and can be very complementary, if that's a word. They can be very complementary to each other, and they'll appreciate that. On the flip side of that, with the mutable signs, it can also work out with the opposites that can also get along to me in a romantic relationship. And let's just move this so you know what I'm talking about. Gemini and Sagittarius are opposites, and Pisces and Virgos are opposites, okay? So, Pisces and Virgo, earth and water. Pisces can help the Virgo go deep with expression of emotions and learn to feel their feelings and not ignore it and not be afraid of it, and try to help the Virgo understand what they're feeling and how to navigate through those, wavy emotions that the Virgo sometimes be confused by. And the Virgo can offer the Pisces stability within their emotions, and let them know that you can calm yourself down. I'm trustworthy. You don't have to be afraid of my energy. You can trust me, and you also don't have to stay in your emotions all the time. Sometimes you can come out of that and learn to be a little bit more logical during certain situations. Other than love, you can, when it comes to business, you can be more logical based, because that will help make better business decisions. And Virgo is very smart with business, so Virgos can help Pisces learn how to be a bit more, smarter when it comes to business, and educate the Pisces on how to go about business using logic over their emotions, and how to trust what they're thinking, and trust themselves, because Pisces is a very spiritual, empathetic, artistic sign. So they definitely bring amazing qualities to the table, and that's what Virgos want Pisces to know. And Virgos will not take advantage of Pisces' gentle soul. They're going to appreciate it, because Virgos can know they can rest their head on Pisces' heart, knowing that their heart is safe with the Pisces, and know that the Pisces is very sweet, which Virgos need, because Virgos can sometimes be hard on themselves. And Virgos is going to appreciate that they can always come to Pisces and talk and open up to Pisces, and Pisces will understand them and help them get through whatever difficulties that they're having. So that is why I think Virgo and Pisces can be good together as opposites. Sagittarius and Gemini can also be good together because, for one, this is just going to be a real fun connection. This is going to be a fun relationship. They're never going to be in the house. There's never going to be a dull moment. They're never going to get bored or tired of each other. They're just going to always be doing things and burning that energy and just having lots of fun because they understand each other when it comes to being spontaneous, and trying new things, and being adventurous, using that energy. And these two signs are like childlike. They have this youthful spirit. So they're gonna want to do a lot of kidly things or things they did when they were kids, and they're gonna find that fun in each other, And the Sag can, help the Gemini, be a little bit more expressive with how they feel and what they're thinking. Whatever they think in Gemini, Sagittarius is gonna be like, be direct. Let a person know how you feel. Don't hold back. Because Gemini sometimes can just be like, oh, even though they're good with communication, they're not good with telling somebody how they feel. And Sag can tell them, listen, whatever is on your heart and your mind, just say it, and say it like this. And, don't hold on to it, and, just move on from it after you say it. And Geminis can help Sagittarius, be, a Gemini can help them use their intelligence in a way that they never thought about using it before. Sagittarius is a very philosophical sign, and Gemini can help them get more into that and get more focused on that, and learn how to, give beautiful speeches when it comes to something they're passionate about, how to, communicate and connect with so many people in the world, learn how to build their social skills. Even though Sag, is a social sign, they just can come across a little too direct or a little too energetic for people. Gemini can help them fix that, so they could won't come across as a person that can be a bit too much or too full of life sometimes for people. So you see how these two can these signs can offer each other some good qualities, and complement each other and help each other in areas where they're lacking. So this is how I see the mutable signs. It can go either way with these four pair of signs, And so I think that's a wonderful thing. And so, yeah, these are my thoughts on the four mutable signs and how I see them connected in a romantic relationship. So we're going to leave it here. Let me know if you agree with me or you disagree with me. Once again, thank you, my kings and queens, for stopping by to check out another one of my readings. I really do appreciate it, and I hope this was very helpful for you, for anyone who is a mutable sign or dealing with one. And yes, remember, stay blessed, my kings and queens. Until next time.